class. Today we're talking about notes 5-5, distribute, combine like terms, and solve. And I'm on page 14 in your binder. So last class we talked about how do we distribute and solve, how do we combine and solve. And today what we're going to do is we're going to take those steps and we are going to put them together. So we are solving one problem using all of those. So we always ask ourselves, do I have any numbers to distribute? Then I ask, do I have any combining like terms? And then I solve. So we practiced that in the last lesson that we have. Do I have any distributive property? Do I have any combining like terms? And then I can solve my problem. So if we look at the first example here, I have an equation I need to solve, so I'm going to draw my line down the middle. Do I have any distributive property? Yes, I do. I have this distribute to the 2 to the 2a and the 2 to the negative 2. Remember, that's a negative. So 2 times 2a gives me 4a. 2 times negative 2 gives me negative 4. And I still have this plus a hanging out in the back equals 6. Now that I performed my distributive property, I ask myself, do I have any combining like terms? So while I do have combining like terms, I have 4a, and I have a positive a here, and then I have my constant. Now remember, I'm not going to cross this line and combine with the 6. I'm only combining what's on this side. And I'm going to rearrange it, so I have my 4a and my plus a, and then I have minus 4 equals 6. Now I'm going to combine, remember there's a 1 there, so 4a plus 1a gives me 5a's, minus 4 equals 6. And now that I've done my distribute and my combine, I can solve like a regular equation. So I'm going to get rid of my constant, plus 4 on both sides. Then I have 5a's, and 6 plus 4 gives me 10. And then I divide by 5 on both sides to get a by itself. And I'm left with a equals 2 for my final answer. Okay? Now, like before, the spaces on these are kind of small, so if you want to get some lined paper before we start to do some of the other problems that are on this page, go ahead. Alright, let's talk about number 1. Now I am solving, so I'm going to draw my line down the middle. First question I ask myself, do I have my distributive property? Well, I do. I have 2 times r, and then I'll have 2 times a positive 4. So 2 times r is going to give me 2r. 2 times positive 4 gives me positive 8 plus 6r is equal to 72. Now that I've done my distributive property, I need to see, do I have any combining like terms? Well, I have r's and I have constants. So I have 2r and 6r. And then I have this positive 8 constant. So I'm going to rewrite it so my r's are in front. 2r plus 6r's plus 8 is equal to 72. 2r's plus 6r's gives me 8r's plus 8 equals 72. Now I don't have any more combining, so I'm just going to solve like a regular equation. I'm going to get rid of the constant. Get rid of 8, and then I'm left with 8r equals 64. And then I'm going to divide by 8 on both sides. And I'm left with r is equal to 8 for this problem. So why don't you try number 2 by yourself, and when you're ready, unpause the video and we'll check our work together. Alright, now that you've done number 2, let's check your work. So we're solving, so we can draw our line down the middle. We always ask ourselves, do I have distributive property first? I do. So I have negative 2 times x, and I have a negative 2 times a negative 3. Negative 2 times 1x is going to give me negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 3 gives me a positive 6. and then I have plus 17x behind it that I need to just rewrite, and that's all equal to 36. Now that I've distributed, I need to ask myself, do I have combining like terms? In this case I do. I have negative 2x, positive 17x, and then I have a constant of positive 6. I'm going to rewrite those so the letters are first. Negative 2x plus 17x plus 6 is equal to 36. Negative 2x plus 17x gives me 15x plus 6 is equal to 36. Now that I'm done combining like terms, I can just solve. I'm going to get rid of the constant first. So I have 15x equals 30. Then get rid of the 15 by dividing. Divide by 15, divide by 15, and I'm left with x is equal to 6. Okay? So go ahead and try the ones down below. Be careful with your ninja, -1 there. That's a -1. Watch out for your fractions. I know that fractions are scary, but I know you can do it. Just do numerator divided by denominator times whatever you're multiplying by. Alright, so try 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. And when you're ready, unpause the video, and I'll give you the answers to see if you got them right. Okay, so your answers are as follows. P equals 8 for number 3. N equals 4 for number 4. X equals 11 for number 5. X equals 8 for number 6. Y equals 3 for number 7. And X equals -1 for number 8. So if you didn't get any of those right, and you don't know why you didn't get them right, and you can't figure it out for yourself, ask me for help. So at this time, you can stop the video, ask me for help. Once you've done 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you're done with the video. If you need to rewatch it, and go ahead and try the next page.